You know what's good, YouTube. It's Kratoctavio here, back again once again, and today, people, we're going to be starting the third part of the second week of An Idiot's Guide to. Today, we're going to be looking at the PU tier. And this team is not the best team, but it definitely has the making of a fantastic team. So let's go ahead and look at it. If you want to skip the team preview, it's going to be timestamped below. Just click it, you'll be in the first battle. But out front, we have Tauros at Life Orb Sheer Force, and this thing hits incredibly hard. Base 110 speed, that is fantastic speed. 100 attack with a Life Orb Sheer Force boost. Yes, please. And of course, because of Sheer Force, Life Orb doesn't take away any health from you because of its secondary effect. Next, for our first move, we have Rock Climb. Rock Climb I originally had returned for, but I decided to go for Rock Climb because it does get the Sheer Force boost. Sorry about that. And it's the only move that you can actually have that's a normal type move that will get the Sheer Force boost that you can legally have. Because if I'm correct, Sheer Force is its hidden ability. I don't know. Yeah, it is its hidden ability. So, because of that, you can't have Headbutt, you can't have Body Slam, you can't have any of those, which is very unfortunate. But you can have Rock Climb, so that works. Next, we have Rock Slide, also is going to get that boost from the Sheer Force Life Orb, which is nice. You got Zen Headbutt, 90% chance to hit. Sheer Force Life Orb boosted, and then Iron Head is your actual go-to move because it will hit 100% of the time. Yes, Rock Climb is stab, but I would rather actually hit my moves than have stab. And then on to our first part of a wall, and surprisingly a pretty decent special wall in PU, Mischievous. You may be thinking, why do you have a Mischievous on your team? Well, the reason for that is because Mischievous has a base 85 special defense. You slap an Eviolite on with that, that comes out to 42.5 plus 85, that's 127 special defense and 60 HP. And then 90 defense. So, your special defense basically comes out to be 295 times 1.5, which is a little less than 450. It's actually it's actually 440 if I'm correct. No, it's a little less than 600. No, yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's something you can figure out the math on your own. But also being a special wall, it does have access to Will-O-Wisp, which is very nice. Yes, its defense is not the best, but if you can get a Will-O-Wisp off on a physical attacker, that is definitely going to hurt them a lot. Because you're not leftovers like some Miss Magiuses are, your only source of recovery is Paint Split. So it's a bit of a pain, but no pun intended. But because you do have a low HP stat, you can take advantage of that. Destiny Bond, in case you want to kind of screw your opponent over, and then Shadow Ball so you don't become just taunt bait. Next we have people throwing things upstairs. An Assault Vest set. This is basically the PU version of Conk. It's Assault Vest with Guts. And the reason for that is because a base 120 HP and 85 defense is not half bad. You give it an Assault Vest and it becomes even bulkier. It's not as good as Conk, but it is still a decent replacement for Conk if you're in a lower tier. But I've got Storm Throw, Earthquake, Knock Off, and Ice Punch. With those four moves, you have very, very good coverage. Okay, screw this Peppermint. I'm sorry about this. I had a peppermint in my mouth because my throat's kind of killing me, but you don't care about that. Anyways, we have our physical wall now, Bastiodon. And I'll tell you why Bastiodon's actually very nice for this team. especially with Mischievous in a moment. But it's your Stealth Rock lead. You got Roar, Toxic, and Heavy Slam. It's the basic set for Bastiodon. I think he gets Heavy Slam, Iron Head, and Iron Tail, but let me see how heavy this thing actually is real quick. I'm sorry if the lobby is a total pile of poop, but there's a base 100 move over a base 80 move, usually. And I could easily be wrong on how these moves actually work, but Heavy Slam seems like your best option. And you have fantastic defenses, base 168, which is a little strange, like a strange little number they decided to give, and 60 HP. Very similar to Mischievous, but much better. The biggest flaw with Bastiodon is the same flaw that Aggron usually suffered from. Regular Aggron, I should say. Its weaknesses. Ground and fighting mainly. Yes, you also have water, but less so. The thing is, Bastiodon paired up with Mischievous, who has Levitate, makes her... I'm gonna make her her because it seems like a her. Makes her immune to Levitate, and also being a Ghost type, it's immune to fighting. So these two actually serve very well together as a wall core. Or at least Mischievous covers his weaknesses really well. Unfortunately, still doesn't resist Dark and Ghost anymore, or this would have been a lot better pair. But it still is a very good defensive core, in my opinion. Next, we have our Shell Pass Pokemon, whose main job is just to set up a Shell Smash, Baton Pass it out to either the Chatot, the Tauros, or the Throat, and just proceed to sweep with them because all three of these Pokemon hit very hard. If you send it out to the Throat, it's going to come out to 250. It's not the fastest, but it's not the slowest. Tauros is already outspeeding a lot of things, so if you can pass it out to that, you're going to be guaranteed to outspeed and everything. And if you pass it to Chatot, who is not as fast as Tauros, but he's still up there speed-wise, especially with the Timid nature, a Boom Burst into Chatter is going to hurt a lot of things. A lot of the times it's either Tauros or Throw that pass it to, depending on the team. But Chatot, like I said. It's a sub-Nasty Plot set. Yeah, you have piss poor defenses, but if you can set up a substitute on something that you're going to force a switch on, set up one Nasty Plot as they break your sub, and then just Boom Burst and Chatter, because it's basically a base 280 move without stab once you get one Nasty Plot up. You combine the stab with that, that's basically a base 350 power move. That's 130 plus, it's basically a 162 power move. So yeah, that's gonna hurt. And it has 100% chance to confuse you. Chatot can be a bit of a pain to any team that's not really prepared for it. But let's go ahead and get our first battle out of the way. PU tier. I've actually had some decent luck with this team. And this is where I have a question. Why is this thing here? Tell me, good luck, have fun. You too. Why is Duskmorn here? This thing is far too fat. Furfrou is pitch black as a shiny? That's actually kind of cool. I like that. But because I'm actually predicting something that can counter my Bastiodon, I'm going to lead with Huntail, who can just go ahead and hit Core. I don't see how. Misses the Seeds, and the Ice Fang takes him out. That is already a nice way to start off the thing. Set up a Shell Smash. You're going to go for the Cotton Guard. I don't care. If you want to go for a Thunder Wave here, I'd prefer if you didn't. Do I want to get cocky? Do I want to get cocky? I want to get cocky. Yeah. I'm going to Baton Pass this thing out to Chatot. Chatot's about to just run through this team, hopefully. If he decides to go for a Thunder Wave, I would prefer that. Never mind. Yeah, I got far too cocky. Let me just whittle this thing down with a Toxic and a Stealth Rock combo, because it's not really much I think this thing can do to me. I don't think it gets any fighting moves or any ground moves at all. If it doesn't, that's a little bit too much. And I can just go ahead and roar it out, so it just kind of wasted its time. Granted, fuck. Really? Return. That's gonna do 3. I'm gonna go ahead and get my rocks up then. And since he's behind a sub and I can't do anything to him at all, and he can't do anything to me, I'm just gonna roar him out into his Alric, the Duskmar. I'm not gonna outspeed this thing, but I am just gonna go ahead and roar this thing out because it misses this Willow, which is not for me. If I can just shuffle his team about, I'll be fine. Get another roar off, just keep on doing this and I'm fine. Because he knows I'm going to go for the roar here. Oh, send in something that... Send anything but that. Okay, so that's going to be a Stung Fist. That's fine by me. I have my Mischievous, which I can go ahead and go out to. The Earth Power is not going to affect me, which I'm predicting him to go for here. Yep, I've got that prediction correct. And because I don't really think there's much this thing can even do to me at all, I'm actually going to go ahead and hit him with a Shadow. Drop the special defense. He goes for the Discharge, which does nothing to me. Because I'm actually predicting him to go out to the Furfrou, predicting the Shadow Ball, I'm going to go for my Will-O-Wisp here. No, he decides to go out to the Wigglytuff, which gets burned. I don't know if this thing's physical or special. So I'm going to go for the Destiny Bond, seeing what he does. That does nothing. That's what that does. Three. It's not as good, but it still definitely works. Charge Beam. Okay. Doesn't get the boost, which is fine by me. Doesn't get the boost, which is fine by me. I don't know. Ignore that. I'm going to go for a Roar again, and you see what this team does. I kind of got too greedy with the Huntail. I got far too greedy with the Huntail there. It's going to go for the Willow. Again, miss, and I'm going to get the Toxic off on the Alric. If I can just whittle this team down, I would definitely don't mind. And if you want to count this as stall, well, I don't really count it as stall. I just have 2 walls that do what they do. It's going to go for another Willow. It's actually going to hit this time, which is really unfortunate because I'm going to slowly be whittled down. I can't poison this thing, so I'm just going to go straight for the Roar. If he wants to go for the Aqua Tail, if he has it, I don't know if he does. It seems like he should. Then I would go ahead and do that, but goes for the Crunch. Doesn't get the special defense drop, which is fine by me. It's gonna go out. It's gonna send out his Stunfisk. I'm actually predicting. I'm kind of hoping he paralyzes me, but he does not, which is fine. And I'm going to go for the Earthquake. Take him out. This thing ate up that Discharge very, very well. Whatever he wants to send in here, I can go ahead and either shuffle it out or hit it for some very good damage. I'm going to see if Throw actually gets any poison moves. Actually, yeah. He's going to have Poison Jab now. Granted, he doesn't have it for this battle, but that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and hit him with another Earthquake because that will take him out. If he wants to send in his Furfrou, I can go ahead and Circle throw that out. Keep on shuffling him back and forth. He's going to send in the Alric. Please burn me. I'm begging you to burn me. Thank you. That was a very bad mistake on his end. Because now I'm Guts boosted. And I'm just going to run through a tiny bit that's left of his team. It's going to set up a Koyo. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to kill the Survivor in one hit. And if he wants to go ahead and send in Furfrou, which he has to, I'm going to go ahead and hit it with the knockoff. While he goes for the substitute. Substitute fades. We can play this game all day if you want. Because you cannot win this battle. Go ahead and knock off that. I have Pastebin, so you lose. Also, I have Circle Throw, which is always a critical hit, so go ahead, boost your defenses. I don't care if you do. There's nothing you can do to throw. Throw is going to win this battle. Going to set up a Cotton Guard. I'm going to get a critical hit Storm Throw, and that's going to finish him off. I'm sorry I said Circle Throw earlier, but that's what I originally had on here. GG. So yeah, you kind of see what this team does. This is a very competent PU team. And he leaves without saying GG. Boo you. But that was the first battle of the way. Let's go ahead and get our second one. It's a Frogadier, Scyther, Meganium, Haunter, Ugly, and Avalok. That is a scary team. That is a very, very scary team, and I do not like it at all. I'm going to go lead with a Chatot. Do I outspeed? I do not outspeed this thing. That's an Ice Beam. That is nothing but an Ice Beam coming my way. I'm actually going to Willow this thing. Or whatever he decides to send in now, because if he decides to... I'm surprised he doesn't pack the Dark Pulse. Ugly, get burnt. That definitely helps. And I can go ahead and send out my Bastiodon while he goes for the knockoff. It's fine by me. Kind of sucks, but at least he didn't knock off the Eviolite from my Mischievous. Go ahead and get my Stealth Rocks up while he's probably going to head out to Scyther, predicting this. Or even the Avalok to go for the Rapid Spin. But no, he decides to go out to Frogadier, which more than likely I'm predicting a Surf or a Scald. Kind of hoping for a Scald, that way I can get burnt. But he forfeits. Yeah. Not going to count that battle. It's another Furfro, a Hypno, a Basculin, a Shiny Chatot. Actually, like half his team is shiny. And he's going to be that guy that decides to start the timer when I'm trying to talk, but screw you. Let's lead Bastio. Please go for the high jump kick. Please go for a high jump kick here. I just want you to go for a high jump kick. I know this thing gets jump kick. I don't know if it gets high jump kick, but... Okay, the reason I switched back over there is because the tab for that last battle was shining again. Didn't want you to see that, but turns out it's not actually on screen. That was just me. So I'm going to go with the Will-O-Wisp on this thing. I don't believe he gets anything that can actually hurt me. I do get the Will-O-Wisp off on the Furfro, which is nice. Not going to sack this thing off yet. Thunder Wave, okay. Kind of wish I had Gyro Ball, but because I don't, I can go ahead and set up Stealth Rocks. He's going to send in his Fear Me. He's not going to be able to one-shot me no matter what he decides to go for here, which is perfectly fine. That's a nasty plot. That's a little scary, but he's going to... Oh. Okay. Things got serious for a moment here. Let's Earthquake this thing. That's doing far too much for me to like, but the Monin is down. I got scared of a Monin. Thankfully, I'm a Salt Vest variant. Before, it was actually just a regular Flame Orb set, but now I'm going for that. Gonna go for the Switcheroo, which is fine by me. It's gonna get my lefties. I'm Sturdy Focus Sash, which is a little strange, but it's gonna go for the high jump, or just the jump kick. Maybe he won't predict me to switch, but he does. It's unfortunate. I'm actually gonna go ahead and head out my Mischievous. Hit him with a Destiny Bond. Hopefully he takes me down 2 turns from now then. Are you serious? Why do you have to flinch? Waterfall takes me out. Damn it. Does anything on my team outspeed this? Let's go to Tauros. He actually outspeeds somehow. Let's go for the rock climb. Hit him with the rock climb, surprisingly, and it takes him out. Rock climb Tauros. New meta. But the Furfrou is not going to be able to do anything to us. One rock climb is going to do a good bit of damage, but it's not going to do much because he's burn that retaliates, doing nothing to him. Another rock climb plus burn damage will go ahead and take him out, so the Furfrou should be out, or if he wants to switch in something, then it's going to take some massive damage from this rock climb, assuming I actually hit it. Actually, no, the burn doesn't need to take him out. I take him out, which is even better. Furfrou is down. Lopunny is coming for me. That's a jump kick. I don't need Bastiodon anymore, so I'm going to go ahead and sack him off. Go ahead, go for your jump kick. I don't care. Okay, he's out. That's fine by me. I can go ahead and... yeah, I'm going to outspeed this thing. I'm going to go for the Iron Head on this. I'm going to go for the Iron Head because that kind of sucks, but it doesn't matter. I still should outspeed. Let me see, what is Chatot speed? Yeah, I'm going to outspeed the rest of his team, and a couple of Iron Heads should take him out. The Hypno's especially bulky. The Chatot's going to take some good rock damage. And unless this thing is scarfed, then this Rock Slide should take him out. He's not scarfed, thankfully, and that goes down. The Hipster, very aptly named, is going to get a rock climb, and I think I'm going to actually be able to take him out. No, he goes for the Protect. Just trying to stall me out with the leftovers, but that's fine. One rock climb should hopefully be enough to take out the Hipster. And I admit, this video's been a lot shorter than the other ones, but this team just runs through teams. He's asking me what item I'm holding. Sheer Force Life Orb. And I'm just going to go ahead and finish him off with a Chatot since I kind of failed to show him off earlier. Does that hit through Protect? It does not. I don't know what you don't understand. But either way, that's GG. Yeah. This team, I love this team. This is an amazing team so far. Maybe it's because I'm low ladder. Probably is because I'm low ladder, but I'm in love with this team. It's got some fantastic walls on it. It's got a shell-passing Huntail, which, if you get that out to a Throw, Tauros, or Chatot, it's just going to run through the rest of their team. And it does massive damage. Normally, I would say that, oh, this team's weak link is this. Oh, you can change this. And yes, I'm going to do that. But honestly, I believe this is one of the best teams I have made for any of these tiers. Even outside of this series, obviously. But, assuming you do, for some reason, want to change this team around, I guess you could switch Bastiodon out for Avalugg. Does Avalugg get Stealth Rocks? Let me look real quick. Where are all those? Avalugg. It gets Sturdy, which is nice. Does not get Stealth Rocks. Okay. So yeah, keep the team how it is if you want it to be good, because I absolutely adore this team to death. And it just puts in the finest work. Yeah, I got cocky with the Huntail. Should have passed out that one turn and then just ran through him with Chatot, but made a mistake. That happens. And either way, I'm actually going to go ahead and end off the video. I'm not sure how long I've been recording, so if this is a shorter episode, I'm sorry. But, as always, I've been Kratoctavio. You've been watching. If you enjoyed the content, smash all that like button, subscribe, come back tomorrow for our next part of An Idiot's Guide to, and I will hopefully see you then. Peace!